guys, Dolly here. Welcome back to Gypsy Rose Papery. Today I wanted to share with you another one of my goth journals. This one I think would qualify as a micro. I'll have to ask Jenny Marr, Junk Journal Jenny, because actually she's the one that that inspired this journal. And I'll link her YouTube down below so that you guys can check out her amazing work. So basically, I'll measure real quick. I won't babble. This is my second try now at trying to get this video recorded, and it's because I talk too much and nothing that you guys really need to hear or anything life-changing. So this is 4.5 by 3. The spine is 1 1/4. The book is actually, the cover I mean, is actually an ornament I found at Tuesday morning, a Halloween ornament, and I found several different ones, and this will be my next one probably. But basically the inside was just like cardboard filler, and I carefully detached it so as not to rip the paper, and then I just used it as a little cover. So these flowers here I handmade, and if you go back a video I have the tutorial on that if anybody's interested. And even though these are black, that doesn't mean that you have to make black ones. You can make all different colors, and I show you how to distress the black ones with metallic glimmer mist, but you could use any color you'd like and any distress technique that you like. So Botanist Guide to Dead Flowers, that's what originally I was just going to call it that, but as I kept working on it, it gave me a really strong Edgar Allan Poe vibe, who I love and who I've been dying to make a journal about. So I thought this would be like a good little getting your toes wet sort of thing. So that's why the title of this journal is Poe's Garden. If I can see correctly. So the charm is just some tattered up gray tulle, nothing too complicated. And then it's a little lobster clasp closure, which you can remove. And I have a pressed leaf with a little tiny flower. I have this really cute pumpkin tag. I use one of those Tim Holtz charms that comes with the sticker and like the bubble you put on top. And I just hand wrote fleur, which is French for flower. I have a little teeny weeny tiny little black skull. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then I used Edgar's initials, EAP, hence this being his journal. So the closure is just seam binding, which I kind of just wrinkled up. I wetted it and kind of crinkled it. The back cover, I did some silver script stamp, and then I put this really cute vellum butterfly on the back, because butterfly is a pollinator and it's a garden's friend. In the front here, I stamped Quoth the Raven, which is one of his poems, or one of the lines in one of his poems. And then this tag here, this is a stamp from Shayna when I visited Texas. She brought all her beautiful stamps, so you'll see a lot of her stamps in here. And she let us use them, and I just made a tag out of one of the stamp outs. But this to me is the Lost Lenore. She's got a very sort of forlorn look upon her face. The little hearts are just a Martha Stewart edge punch. I can't talk. I just finished, just got home from work, and so I'm exhausted. So this paper here is something I found at Tuesday morning. It's a Halloween stack, and I thought it was perfect because on it talks about plant extracts and all different kinds of ways to use plants and what they're used for and all that. This is just a little embroidered piece of fabric. So just set it down. Just a little garden tag, mushroom tag. And then here is one of my favorite quotes from Edgar Allan Poe. And the quotes I kind of distributed across the journal in case anybody wanted to use in another journal. Totally up to you, or glue them in, or use them in journaling spreads, whatever. Another Martha Stewart edge punch, and the dictionary pages that I use, I try to match up with something plant-like. So this one is about natural and natural resources. One of Shayna's tags. This is another beautiful paper from Graphic 45. It's the Nature Sketchbook. And this is a double tuck spot. Just some stamping. Another Nature's sketchbook tag. And this middle one too is another tuck spot. It's just a lot thinner. You can fit something skinnier in there. A little pressed leaf with another little flower. A piece of Lenore's dress, a flip out, a spider, another garden friend, another piece of lace, some rosette trim, a dictionary page about death, middle of first signature, and this book has a total of 4 signatures, just a little piece of embroidered fabric. A pressed flower from my garden, and then Nevermore inside. And this one also is a tuck spot right at the edge of the page. And this is another favorite quote of mine from Edgar Allan Poe. And I tend to keep a dark garden, which isn't something I really realized until I started pressing flowers. All my flowers in my garden are purple with a little bit of white thrown in there for good measure, but I didn't realize I really like my dark flowers. These flower kind of images that you see in the book, I basically got off Pinterest, just old botanicals, and I amped up the contrast and the tint to kind of give it a off-kilter hue. So this here is just like a Victorian guide to what flowers mean, language of flowers, and I like it because it says dead leaves and forget-me-nots. Another tag with the 2 tuck spots. And this book was completely distressed in black soot. A beautiful dark fairy, dark garden fairy. A little collage tuck spot with a black butterfly and some lace. This is another dictionary page. Most of the whole book has a lot of sewing detail, pretty much. This side has stuff on sod. Another beautiful dark fairy. A tag with tuck spot. Another tag. And it has a lot of tags too. I'll give you the exact number in a bit. Dictionary page on death. A little fabric curtain there. Some more stamping. Another specimen behind this tuck spot, which is covered in rosettes. Another Shayna tag. And the beginning line to probably the most famous Edgar Allan Poe poem, which is The Raven. Little baby tag. Flip out, and you can tuck back here, and you can tuck also in here. Another tag, and this one is just one tuck spot. Another fabric collage with a little piece of that dress, Lenore's dress, or at least in my mind, Lenore's dress, because I'm crazy. Just kidding. This is not a tuck spot, it's just some decoration. Another tag, a little embroidered edge there. This is the rest of that guide to flowers, and it's got a little branch with buds on it. This is another quote. and a flip out. A bee tag, because bees are another garden friend. Some stuff on plants. Another pretty dark fairy. I added these just for me. I love Alice in Wonderland, and I've been dying to use this Alice in Halloween kit like for a year. I've been hoarding it for a year, so I couldn't resist. So I'm sure Edgar Allan Poe would appreciate Alice as much as I do. A little dictionary text spot, and then here we have another favorite quote of mine. And these dictionary pages are really fragile, so you just want to be careful. Another quote and another little pressed flower. Flip out, tag, quote. I don't know if you can see that one on camera, but it's beautiful. And there's a tag in the back tuck spot. On here I just stamped Nevermore. Another tag, another fairy, a little baby tag, Cloth the Raven, tag, another pretty garden tag. And all these garden tags are from Nature Sketchbook. Little specimen, another flip out. Another quote. This one is, I posted on Instagram, and I put a little tag in here that says be yourself, so that you can just remember to be yourself, because that's important, I think. Another little collage tuck with a tag, another little tag behind this is from Alice in Halloween too. It's the flowers, and it's just from the packaging. I didn't want to waste it because it's too pretty to waste. And we don't waste stuff in junk journaling, we use all of it. So it ended up as a little pocket in here. Another pressed flower. And a little tuck back here of hiding. Where are you? I'm struggling on camera. You're making me struggle. Okay, there we go. Little baby tag, Nevermore. More embroidered fabric. Here I just made a little tiny baby junk journal with a little pressed flower and a little cat in the front. And then just some paper distressed with black soot. And so this book, I would say, is not really meant for writing. Like, you can, but if you're anything like me and have huge handwriting, probably not. It's more of a keepsake. It's got just a lot of tuck spots and places to kind of put stuff into. So that was my idea. I didn't really mean to make this like a journal. It's more like a keepsake. Some more embroidered fabric there, another beautiful tag. And then here on the side, I stamped Nevermore, and then that's my stamp. So that is the end of Poe's Garden. I hope you enjoyed it. This will be up on my Etsy. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!